Uh, Jaime Gutierrez is playing a Tempo Megabugs deck. Bobby Brake is playing some sort of Enforcer concoction.
Okay. Bobby was worried that he wasn't even going to make top eight when I talked to him earlier. Now look at him. He's already in top two again.
This very humble for winning two of the past two championships.
I know, right? Just like his brother, but different game. You'll like it. Look like
The
maybe
rolls
Bobby.
have began.
I think Bobby goes first. All five shields are set. There you don't see something every day. Handshakes. Yu-Gi-Oh don't do that.
Charge of Homunculon. Passed.
Like what?
So Jaime went first.
Okay. What a lot of you guys do not realize that this game is very, very, very easy to learn how to play. If anybody played the original Duel Masters, there was only a couple of changes to the game, right?
I believe that is accurate. There's a few things that are missing. Chiefly,
I remember the colors now
the
when you
Vortex
tap.
Evo hasn't come out yet. Uh, but for the most part, the game has been pretty well unchanged. A lot of cards have actually come straight out of Duel Masters and gone right into KAIJUDO. They haven't even changed the art for them. But they've got a lot of story to pull on here with KAIJUDO. The cartoon's pretty popular.
Yeah, I watched the cartoon show, but I just wish it was back like Duel Master days, like when it was like trading card dueling. But the spiritual thing in the different realms was actually kind of interesting. I like that when I watched the show.
Jaime popped a shield with his bug there.
And no shield blast.
Charging General Finbar.
What did he bring out?
Looks like an Aqua Strider. Bobby's building defense, trying to get set in here.
Yeah,
Charge rules Sokka.
but shouldn't he be careful though, since he already broke one shield already by
Looks like a
turn three?
sword horn there. Jaime could swing, but I don't believe he did.
He's waiting. Don't want to give Bobby too much advantage.
Charge Sparkblade, Piercing Judgment, tapping, swinging. Jaime at least gets the mana out of the exchange.
Bobby's making a comeback now.
6 mana.
So that card lets him draw three or four.
He was looking for a bug and whiffed. This is definitely looking like it's in Bobby's favor.
Oh yeah. Now Kaijudo is the best two out of three.
Correct. Jaime is trying to establish a tempo, and he doesn't have his board state where he wants it just yet. Piercing Judgment again.
That bounces
That's
stuff
another
back,
board
right?
wipe. Jaime's got to be feeling good at least about the fact that there's not going to be a lot left in the shield zone.
Mm-hmm.
He played his own Aqua Strider, dropped another Sword Horn. The question in the channel was asked, what are these decks? Uh, Bobby is playing an Enforcer uh, mid-range game. Uh, Jaime is playing Light Nature Water Tempo. Key thing there is the Mega Bugs. He is running Hive Queen, which he will use to build advantage with his Homunculons.
Hmm.
So there's Piercing Judgment. He's got his target. Returned it. I mean, he's just trying to stabilize and stay in this game. Aqua Strider, enforced again. Comes into play, taps. Swinging, killing it.
Close enough. So Bobby only has 3 shields left. He seems like he's already. He doesn't matter even if he doesn't. I only have 3 shields. Seems like he's doing all right.
He hasn't charged a Storm Strike Blast, and I haven't seen one come out yet, so there's still a possibility that it's sitting in the shield zone. He's trying to think about his options here. He's got Blinder Beetle Prime. Finbar. Holding back. Doesn't want to break shields, doesn't want to give his opponent card advantage.
Bobby only has 2 shields left. Looks like he's ready to make a power play.
Blinder Beetle and the Blinder Beetle Prime.
Did Bobby just do an evolution?
Mm-hmm. That's a board wipe. Because the general Finbar, Bobby's building card advantage the whole time.
Hmm. He's basically drawing all the cards he needs. But where is Storm Spark?
I mean, his deck is not running a lot of blockers. It's unlikely we'll see it played out of the hand.
True. Bobby's starting to break some shields. Double break.
No shield blast yet. Being careful with the Finbar. Going for
Did
two
another
more.
double break. I think he has something.
Now we're making decisions.
Oh,
Ooh,
wow.
Storm Spark Blast. Tapping it out. Then we
Yeah,
got a Root Trap.
Trap. Wow, he got one of the 2 best shield blasts, from what I remember.
Probably going to go for the Blinder Beetle Prime. Because I'm not sure if yep, he did. Man is not too relevant at this point.
Mm-mm. And just like that, Bobby comes back. Breaking double shields.
There we go. There's the Hive Queen.
Is this now? Is that the ace of his deck?
That is definitely a key component. What he's looking for here is probably swing, try and tuck out the Blinder Beetle Prime. Uh, see if he can rip out some sort of Enforcer, Mega Bug.
And just summoning the creature.
He got Rosaka. He killed Blinder Beetle Prime. Jaime bounced the General Finbar. It's kind of an interesting decision. because Finbar's going to see play and he's going to bounce a creature again.
Right.
It does stall out one attacker, though. Their Finbar bouncer Osaka.
So did he just generate another mana? I mean, not another mana, but shield.
Yes.
So Bobby wins the first one.
Yep. Bobby up 1-0.
So Bobby takes the first one.
In all likelihood, Jaime should be playing first. He wants to set up his tempo before Bobby Bray can feel comfortable. Talking to Jaime earlier, he was telling me this is his second big event. He'd previously only played in a KMC.
Oh, okay.
So to be matched up against the current two-time champion might be a little intimidating,
Just a
but
little.
I think they're friends.
Yeah, that's good. Well, this is interesting. Is this game expensive?
No, KAIJUDO is actually really affordable to get into. Um, you'll see decks in the top 8 on a pretty regular basis. They can start anywhere from $60, $70.
Like, what is like the most expensive card? Is there like anything like 100, 150, like Yu-Gi-Oh, or is it
No.
way cheaper?
Most expensive card would probably be Andromeda, and that tops out about 45.
I have one on drum. I know that the light civilization one.
Mm-hmm. Typically sees a lot of play, but I don't think we're going to see it much in this matchup.
Yeah. Basically, now they're just charging mana back and forth so they can summon a creature.
I'm surprised Jaime did not have a turn 1 play.
Does
Because
he supposed to normally have one?
typically, you're going to get one of these Mega Bugs out there, or possibly we might see a Scamp here real soon.
But it's doing pretty good. Now they're slowly generating more mana.
First Mega Bug dropped. Now he's looking for his Hive Queen. He'll settle for anything, though.
Because as soon as he like gets the Mega Queen, isn't it pretty much over?
No, not necessarily. What the Queen definitely helps him because he builds the advantage, and he can definitely push out a lot of those cheap creatures.
Yeah.
The game is going to be far from over. It's real hard to tell who the winner of a game of KAIJUDO is until that last shield gets popped.
Right.
One shield down, no blast.
It's getting interesting. Oh no, never
Here
mind.
comes the Aqua Strider.
Bobby's starting to get creatures now.
We could be seeing a Rusaka here
From Billy or the other player?
from Jaime. He's hit 4 mana, so he's got a good opportunity. So just to explain to the listeners what exactly is going on, Bobby's charging mana. It's the first thing you got to do every turn. You don't have to, but it's really recommended.
Mm-hmm.
And you play your spells, creatures, abilities. In this case, he played a piercing judgment. Bounced a creature, tapped another one, gave him ability to swing it with his Aqua Strider and get a trade. Uh, and then after that, it's pretty much the end of the turn. So here we are at Jaime. He's thinking about what he wants to do with his turn. KAIJUDO is an interesting game because there's strategy involved in a lot of different phases.
Yeah.
Because he took a long time there to charge his mana. Because you got to think about not just what do I need this turn, but what do I need in the turns after.
In the future, you always got to think ahead.
And there's no sideboard like Magic the Gathering.
This is true.
So typically, your sideboard cards tend to be in your deck, and that might be what you're charging.
So let's see, Bossy Bombblade.
Looks like Bobby's got a Blinder Beetle Prime out there.
You think he's getting ready to evolve it next turn?
I think he's ready to start the beatdown. Jaime did not swing with the Sword Horn.
I wonder why.
Blinder Beetle, when he attacks, he lets you tap a creature, but you have to choose what you're attacking before then. So by not attacking with the Sword Horn, he prevents it from getting killed by Blinder Beetle. He's taking out what he can.
Three,
Maybe that is
six.
not a Blinder Beetle Prime.
What is he thinking?
Jaime sitting on 7 mana, drops another Mega Bug. He had more than enough to evolve a Hive Queen on it, so Bobby knows he doesn't have one in hand.
Oh, you can just read it off like that? Because normally you wouldn't summon the first one without it, right?
Correct. You got to have your Mega Bug in play in order to summon
So you couldn't
the
just
Hive Queen
summon
on.
it and then evolve it. You already had you gotta have it for a turn, or could you just do
No,
it?
you can do it. So, and he had more than enough mana, so he knows he doesn't have one.
Right.
So here's the Finbar, bouncing, and then here comes the card advantage. Finbar, besides bouncing a creature when he comes into play, whenever one of your other creatures attacks, it lets you draw a card.
And then don't you remove that creature afterward?
Nope, creature stays. So, although you're popping shields and you're giving your opponent an opportunity to respond or you're giving them card advantage,
Uh-huh.
you're getting the same card advantage yourself.
Ah. It looks like Bobby is in trouble.
Looks like we charged a Keeper of Laws. Cyber Scamp. We're looking for something here, and here comes the Hive Queen. Hive Queen, he's targeting his Evo. Now, in KAIJUDO, the active player's effects resolve first before the defending player. So that effect where he puts a creature into play happens before damage is ever dealt.
Oh, that's
That's
interesting.
why that's why Bobby hesitated on it. Bobby's thinking about his options here. He's got 6 mana. He's using 3. Going in with the Finbar. It's a bold move to expose the Finbar like that. You
Just
really want
generate
to
another
protect them.
shield.
Jaime needs to address the Finbar now.
Why? Because Bobby left it wide open.
He's available for attack. One. Two. Can't get rid of it soon. The card advantage is just going to pile up too much.
Uh-huh.
Ulsaka comes in and returns a creature. You got a Sword Horn. Haven't seen a Stormspark Blast in the Mana Zone yet, nor have we seen one get played. So there's still an opportunity for 3 Stormspark Blasts on both sides of this table. If you're unsure about what Stormspark Blast is, maybe you're a little new to KAIJUDO or you're just unfamiliar with the card. It's a 6 mana white card, and it has Shield Blast, and it taps all enemy creatures. So, if that's the first Shield Blast your opponent hits, pretty much stalls the attack out. Oh, here's the first Shield Blast. Bobby Shield Blasted his opponent. Going for Finbar to take out a creature. Takes out a Rusaka. Trying to keep the creature count low. Down goes Finbar. Here goes the shield. No Shield Blast. Aqua Strider. Evoed.
West sends it directly to graveyard. I thought that was a tapper.
It is. The other creature was tapped. So
Ah.
Blinder Beetle Prime came in. Took out the Sword Horn. He's trying to reduce the number of Mega Bug targets for Hive Queen.
It's not too bad, but it looked like Bobby's in trouble from the looks of it.
Strong possibility. He does have a grip full of cards. I played the Homunculon, took out the Blinder Beetle Prime with Sword Horn. Was not able to. It looked like it was a Terror Pit.
Mm.
Took out the Sword Horn. Homunculon comes in and gets a shield. Bobby's gonna need some blockers or some additional shields here soon. Homunculon at this point in the game is essentially a grizzly bear. However, he is a target for Hive Queen.
You're welcome. Travel safe back, Chris. Travel safe back. Travel safe back. Okay.
Bobby dropped out what appears to be a blocker and a Keeper of Laws. He's looking to rebuild his card advantage.
I love light civilization. I love the blockers. What?
Bobby's blocker is only a 1500
Ooh.
skirmisher, but the important thing is when it dies, it can tap a creature. Homunculon is 3000. Keeper of Laws is 3,500. So Jaime wants to attack. He's going to lose his homunculon. Lusaka, bounce the blocker. He needs that so he can get in there with his homunculon. It's not going to do it.
Charging more. Isn't that logo scan?
Yeah. Bobby feels comfortable with his hand, I guess.
Yeah, it seems like he got a lot in his hand. But what is he thinking about?
You got an additional shield with that evolution. Pop 2 shields. Jaime's looking at him. Piercing Judgment. So he's going to bounce him, but he's going to get... Bobby is going to be able to draw a card off of Keeper of Laws.
Mm.
But the way it targeted, because he bounced the other creature first, it made Keeper of Laws no longer have hexproof. If you want to use magic terms, he could be targeted.
Mm.
And so he was able to tap it.
So one more hit and Bobby wins? No, pretty much the direct hit now, so he has no more shields.
Yep. I may drop the blocker. Same guy Bobby Break just used. I may evolved a Blinder Beetle Prime, and he's going for shields.
Look up, we're going into a game 3.
Yep, he got it. He got it. Gambled there, he made it.
Oh, okay.
One of the benefits to evolution creatures is the fact that when they come into play,
We're going to game 3 now.
they do not have a summoning sickness. They can attack the turn they come out.
You talk about evolution creatures?
Mm-hmm.
Now KAIJUDO, do you have a side deck or anything? Can you side any cards that you wanted?
There are no sideboards. The thought process is your sideboard should really probably be in your deck.
Mm-hmm.
If the card's not beneficial to your matchup, you should just be charging it for mana.
Ah, okay. And then the minimum of deck is, I believe it's, what is it, 40?
40 cards?
Yeah.
Well, you don't have to... there are no dead draws in the sense that anything you draw could be mana. You can charge it to the mana zone.
Right.
Anything you draw could be playable.
Mm-hmm. And the 5 shields are a backup.
Bobby's chosen to play for
And we say Spectre Blade or Bone Blade.
Bone Blaze has been charged.
What they used to call me? Why am I say Spectre Blade? Reminds me from other one. What was it always called Bone Blade? I'm trying to remember from the old game from Duel Masters.
I believe that's a Spark Blade Protector that Bobby just charged. Jaime has charged a Finbar.
Yeah, I think it is.
And we've used played a Mega Bug. Bobby has a blocker. Slaka comes down to the mana zone, and out comes Swordhorn.
Yeah. My charger.
Bobby's dropped a keeper. Jaime dropped a glare monster. Planter Beetle comes in.
So what will Bobby do?
Well, Jaime has charged the Storm's Heart Blast.
Someone's asking, are the ARG mats going to be for sale on the site? No, they are not on sale. They are only for when you're at ARG Circuit Series events, when you play in the $5 8-man player tournaments.
Moculon comes down. Pumps his creature, makes it big enough to kill Blinder Beetle Prime. Moculon probably gets a lot of overtime. All that guy does is work.
Yeah.
Cyber Scamp down.
Look like if I know better, I say
Another
Bobby don't
keeper.
have a hand. They both don't.
Welcome back, Finbar. Bobby's more than happy to draw.
What does he bring out now?
Pulling out Finbar, returning Skirmisher.
I didn't know, but I say their decks just tap each other and bounce each other's stuff back for the most part.
Yeah, that appears to be what's going on here. Bobby's Enforcer deck is kind of tempo-ish,
Hmm.
and that's their goal here. They're trying to build card advantage with a lot of ETB effects enter the battlefield,
Right.
or on attack effects, trying to knock out creatures just so that way they can get in there with their little guys. It doesn't
Okay.
matter if you got 1,000 power or 10,000 power if you're only breaking one shield.
Right.
Jaime's probably going to be pretty cautious with his Finbar. As long as Finbar stays out, Keeper of Laws maintains its hexproof.
Right. No, I can't tell what that is from the glare.
2 mana, looks to be blue, so it might be Cyber Scamp. He played a Rusaka afterwards. Return a creature back to Bobby's hand. It's all about building the board state.
Hmm.
Bobby's getting another shield.
So how many shields does Bobby have? One, two, three,
Up to 6
six.
now.
So Bobby went up one. I'm a quick study, even though I don't know how you bring the menu up.
Heimel's only got a couple targets for bouncing. He's probably not going to want to bounce and give him more shields or let him bounce again.
Right.
The question was, is Bobby playing Rosaka? I don't believe I've seen Rosaka get played yet.
That must be a new character. I don't know what Rasaka is at all.
There's a couple Rosakas. There's one that Jaime has in his mana zone right now,
Hmm.
actually. It's only a couple K, costs 4 mana, comes into play, bounces a creature. And then there is a more expensive one that also happens to be a blocker
Hmm.
that has the same effect. Piercing Judgment. We're going to bounce one, tap another. Appears to be an Aqua Strider. Rosaka is going to try and get a shield. Piercing Judgment.
Shield blast. Now that bounces.
He bounced a Cyber Scamp, which means he's going to get another Cyber Scamp. He's got to search his deck whenever an opponent plays a spell.
And now that new one has summoning sickness.
Mm, for the time being, yeah. Finbar got tapped. Bobby's got to shuffle and cut because Jaime is going to get a free card off his Keeper of Laws. Now it's Bobby Break's turn. I think we're going to see Aqua Strider into Finbar here shortly. But he could take out Rosaka. We'll see shortly. Blinder Beetle. Tap Cyber Scamp.
So Bobby gonna make his move.
He's got another blocker. He can afford to lose the Aqua Strider now and still have blockers left on board. He's going to go conservative, take out a Scamp, draw a card from Finbar. He's got a Finbar. Could try to take out Rosaka, or he could get Finbar. Taking out Rosaka. Bobby's playing is pretty conservative here.
Oh yeah.
Looked like Jaime played a Homunculon. Charged up his Keeper and made it bigger.
That's interesting.
And at the turn he untapped it. No good for targets for Bobby. Probably going to sit and hold here. He's thinking about maybe trying to get a shield with that Spark Blade. Excuse me, Blinder Beetle.
From the looks of it, looked like the opponent's about to be Bobby from just the monsters all on the field.
He's got a good shot, but the shield blast change the game in an instant. Here comes Storm Spark Blast, tapping him down. Jaime's pulling a card off from Keeper of Laws and a Cyber Scamp trigger. He's stacking them, so he's going to go find a Cyber Scamp first to put it into play
Right.
in case he accidentally were to draw it.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to swing in with Aqua Strider. He's going for Keeper of Laws. Just thinking about it. Yep, that's the exchange that's going to take place.
Bobby's gonna start taking out his monsters. Rocky said monster creatures.
Yeah, Bobby's looking to kill what he can. I mean, his force has gone from quite large to a lot more manageable.
Yeah, compared to that last field we just saw.
We have not yet seen a Hive Queen this game. It's possible there is one student in one of those shields, or he might draw one soon enough. He's digging for it. That is unfortunate. You don't want to put those cards in the bottom.
Bobby's getting excited over there.
Evo to Blinder Beetle Prime, tapped a creature, popped it off. Goodbye, Aqua Strider. And he passed turn. Piercing Judgment.
I ain't know better. I said Bobby would be in trouble.
Charging the Cyber Scamp that Bobby just bounced. Here comes the Mega Bug. He's searching. He's looking for the Hive Queen. Pulls Homunculus, goes to his hand. Important thing to note, though, there's a Storm Spark Blast in that pile. And there's the Hive Queen. Here it comes. Bobby, which you can't see on the display, is reeling in terror.
Oh, is he?
He is quickly looking for a solution. Well, that's fortunate for Bobby. He's got a Piercing Judgment and a Bone Blades.
Do shield blast. He's in trouble.
Tapped one attacker, the Blinder Beetle Prime, bounce another. He's not interested in bouncing Homunculon, Hive Queen, or Blinder Beetle Prime. Those are all poor choices. Finbar, returning Homunculon. Bobby knows he's safe for at least one more turn.
But he needs to hurry up and make a play.
Homunculon, tapping it down. Now the question is Jaime kill the Finbar, or does he start going for shields?
Probably gonna go for shields.
I'm gonna guess going for shields here. Swinging Hive Queen first. Nope, going for Finbar. Blinder Beetle takes out two more shields.
Terror pit.
Terror Pit. by Blinder Beetle Prime.
I think this is over.
Bobby could come in and get a few more shields here, which is exactly what happened. Now he's going to go in, swing. He's going to take out a blocker. But Bobby has bought himself another turn.
It's pretty impressive.
So we've seen one Stormshark Blast from Bobby. Oh, nope, not there. That's game.
It's over.
Jaime took it 2-1.